Hello, guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Mr. NiNi is here with me, and we are going to be talking about the Howltusk helmet. The Howltusk Unique Helmet is a relatively low-level helmet, which has some kind of nice effects, which can be useful on a wide variety of characters. Right off the bat, you'll notice that it has pretty decent defense, a 64. Relatively high strength requirement, though, for 25, which is 63. And so if you are not specifically a character who is building strength, you might not have 63 strength, like if you're a sorceress or something like that. We do have a level requirement of 25, which is not bad. It's toward the end of normal difficulty. Usually by the time you finish normal difficulty, you're around level 40. So it's right there in the middle of normal difficulty, which is fine. We have hit causes monster to flee, 25%, which does make this kind of not the greatest one for a melee character. This actually can be combined with Rattle Cage for a relatively nice percentage of hit causes monster to flee, if that's your gag. And it also has knockback on it as well. So if you think about it, it's very, very effective at keeping monsters away from you. Not only does it make monsters run away, but it also knocks them back, which is great. We have an 80% enhanced defense on this, which is static, so we're always going to have a very nice amount of defense on this helmet. We have magic damage reduced by 2, which is great because it will just reduce any incoming magic damage by 2 points before, it hits you, which is nice. If somebody attacks you for 100, it's going to be at 98. If somebody attacks you for 2, it's going to be 0. It also has attacker takes damage of 3, which is probably not going to do hardly anything. And on top of that, it also has 35% damage take goes to mana. And I feel like they put this on here specifically as a joke because the hit causes monsters to flee and the knockback obviously prevent monsters from hitting you. So if you are utilizing it for the hit causes monster to flee and the knockback, you generally tend not to get hit for the hit causes damage taken goes to mana effect. But if you were to utilize this specifically for the damage taken goes to mana effect, maybe on a sorceress or something like that, it could be useful, maybe on a energy shield sorceress. However, this damage taken goes to mana effect generally is probably not going to get used with this particular helmet for those reasons. If you're curious how this ability works, it doesn't work the way a lot of people think it does. A lot of people think it just takes 35% of your damage and puts it to your mana pool, but that's not what happens. What it does is let's say you get hit for 100 damage. Any damage which goes to your health pool will still go to your health pool. It does not take any damage away. However, it will take 35% of that, and it will add it to your mana. So you will get hit for 100 damage. Right? You hit for 100 damage. All right. You take 100 damage, and then you also restore 35 mana. It's very, very effective, especially for melee classes, which is one of the reasons why it's kind of funny that they have the hit causes monster to flee and the knockback on here, because of course that would prevent them from hitting you. But in general, damage taken goes to mana is absolutely great to have on a melee class, and can generally preclude the need for mana steal, believe it or not. Now, you can also find this in the ethereal form, which is pretty decent defense. You could potentially put this on a bowgirl mercenary. It could be of great effect for her to keep her alive and also to help keep the monsters away from her in general. The knockback and the hit causes monster to flee would also be very good on an Amazon, which for the same reasons. The ethereal version, unfortunately, will eventually break if you put it on a player, but if you are a character who tends to hang in the back a lot and fires a bow, you might not actually get hit enough to cause the durability to go down, so maybe just utilize it anyway. Now, of course, this can be upgraded if you wanted to upgrade it. You could get some extra defense out of it. Unfortunately, because it is one of the higher strength items in the game, it will upgrade very poorly, and I already know this for a fact. And the reason is because every single time you upgrade this, it's going to go to the highest tier of that particular tier. So this literally is one of the highest tier helmets of its particular quality. So when you upgrade it to the exceptional version, it's going to be the highest tier exceptional helmet, and when you upgrade it to the elite version, it's going to be highest tier elite version. And so the strength requirement is going to go up a lot every single time we upgrade this. But we're going to do it anyway, because I always like to show you guys how these items upgrade, so that way you guys don't have to, and you won't have to waste any runes yourself. And then this way, I get to take the brunt of it, and you guys don't have to worry about it. So first off, let's upgrade the non-ethereal version, which is 64 defense. So we're going to put our shale, our towel, and our perfect diamond in there. We're going to go from 64 defense, level 25 requirement, and 63 strength, to the Howltusk Winged Helm, 165 defense, 115 strength requirement, and level 30. That was actually not a too bad of an upgrade. Quite a bump in strength there from 63 to 115. But the level requirement only went up by 5, which is very, very nice and could still potentially be very useful in normal difficulty. If I had a shale and a towel laying around and I was an Amazon who was utilizing this for the hit causes monster to flee and the knockback, that could be a very potent upgrade. Or if I had the ethereal version, could be a very nice upgrade for my mercenary. So let's see. Howltusk Great Helm, 97 defense, 53 strength, level 25. To 248 defense, very nice, 105 strength, and level 30. So not bad at all. That one-tier upgrade, definitely a very nice one-tier upgrade. If you were utilizing this helmet, I could totally see doing that on a lot of different characters. Now, the next tier upgrade is probably going to be a bad one, but we're going to do it anyway. It is a Lem, a Co, and a Perfect Diamond. Now, this is going to upgrade it from the Winged Helm Exceptional version to the Elite version. So we're going to go from 165 defense, 115 strength, level 30, to 257 defense, 192 strength, level 71. Not really that great of a defense bump to the Spired Helm, and of course I think this is because of the actual range of defense on the elite items tends to be much larger than the range of defense on the Nightmare items. I've noticed in the past that if you take a look at the range, like for instance on a Winged Helm is 85 to 90 for the base, and the base on the Spired Helm is 114 to 159. So if you roll relatively low, the defense will still be pretty much the same as the Winged Helm. So kind of an upgrade that doesn't really even do that much. Now the ethereal version can also be upgraded. So we're going to go for 248, 105 strength, level 30. To 417, 182 strength, level 71. So a very nice bump in defense there for the Howltusk Spired Helm. However, not really sure why you would do this. There are better options for knockback helmets. There is a very nice helmet called the Giant Skull, which is a very, very nice knockback helmet. It also has Crushing Blow on it and some other nice effects, and could potentially be a much better choice than a Howltusk in general if you were specifically looking for a knockback helmet. I actually have a video of that, I think, already up if you want to check it out. So not really a great upgrade to the third tier, good upgrade to the second tier, and definitely a very useful item in general. If you're wondering what kind of characters you could utilize this helmet on, well, you can utilize it on lots of different characters. Enchant Bow Sorceress, you could utilize it on an Amazon who's using a bow. You could utilize it on a Javazon who's using a spear, a Throwing Barbarian, which Throwing Barbarians are actually going to be pretty popular in the next coming patch in 2.4. They've made a lot of buffs to the Throwing Barbarians, and I think we're going to see a lot of Throwing Barbarians having fun in Sanctuary. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos. And if you are looking to find this particular item, let's go over to Silo's Pen real quick before I forget, and let's take a look and see where you could potentially find this item at. So right off the bat, let's pretend we are a relatively low-level character, so we probably have, let's say, 50% magic find at best, and we are looking for our Howltusk. Sometimes I swear I'm blind. All right, so we're going to limit this to normal difficulty because if we're looking for this, we probably want to put this on level, which is level 25. So level 25 is a decent level, and you're pretty far into normal difficulty by the time you hit 25. Diablo in normal, that's actually not a bad level 25 farming spot. So 1 in 505 from Diablo might be a very good choice for you to farm there. Let's take a look at super uniques as well, just to get a good idea of what kind of super uniques you could potentially farm. So Shank the Overseer, 1 in 5,800. Eldritch, 1 in 5,800. Doc Farron, Pintle Skin's a good choice. Thresh Socket. A lot of really good choices here, in my opinion, for farming this particular item. I think you wouldn't have too much trouble finding this, especially since Diablo seems to have a really nice drop chance, especially on the quest kill of 1 in 334. So maybe you'll get lucky if you're looking for this particular item, and you'll find it from normal Diablo. Not bad. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, and to be honest with you, this helmet might not be your cup of tea, but it definitely does have its uses. And even if you are going to run away from this particular helmet, that's fine. Thanks for watching.